Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Alana. I'm a multi-class psychic medium, creator of empowerment readings, and I'm incredibly passionate about teaching people through the world of spirit and energy. So if you care about your personal and spiritual growth and you have an open mind and an open heart, then these videos are for you. Click subscribe to connect and welcome to the community. Today we're talking about fairies. So this is really fun because, I mean, who doesn't love fairies, especially girls? Like, we grew up kind of like indulging in the fantasies of fairies, so it's an exciting topic to cover. So when I've done my empowerment readings, that's when I've connected to a lot of fairy energy, because some people have that kind of in their soul and have fairies as guides. So some of my clients, I've picked up on that energy, and that's been really fun to work with and really beautiful, because they're really gorgeous. It's a gorgeous energy to work with. So I've been fortunate in that way, but never really taken it in as much until recently when I had my own experience. But it has led me to want to do this video because I've been channeling the energy of these gorgeous nature spirits, and they have a lot of messages for us. So I'm really excited to get into the video, and also at the end I'll be doing a flower reading and passing on some healing messages specifically for you from the fairies. So we'll wait till the end. Typically, the definition of a fairy is a mythical, mystical, human-like creature with wings that has magical powers and has been in folklore and stories around the world for centuries. The easiest way for me to explain a fairy, since I've obviously channeled them and have such close experience with them, they are etheric, so they're energy beings that live in nature, that are a part of nature. They're these frequency holders of love, freedom, play, joy, and yes, magic. So what do fairies look like? You might be surprised that they don't actually look human-like, or that they may not be all one way, shape, or form, if that makes sense. So because they are energy, they show themselves in different ways and we perceive them differently. For me, I saw them as energy pretty much, and almost like reflections of nature. You imagine a leaf blowing in the wind, you know, like it was like, that's how I was shown, and that's how I perceive them to be, is like reflections of nature. So they will just reflect what is in our subconscious. They really can come in all different sizes, and they can show up in different ways. It all just depends on kind of how open you are and what you subconsciously think of them, and imagine of them to be like. What they transmit is very carefree, it's heart-based, very healing as well, but so playful, and like I said, lightheartedness, and they are very, very cheeky. Be taken almost like not as serious, because that's actually what they love. They love like you being lighthearted, not so serious. Like, they came to me in a time where I was kind of like really in my head, and they will often do that, especially if you're out in nature. So they kind of just woo, like they can really sweep you off your feet and laugh again, and find things silly and funny, and like let go of all the heavy burdens and things like that. So yeah, they don't want to be taken seriously. They don't mind that they've even like that we even perceive them to be like them, because we humanize everything. We even have movies where we have like dogs talking and they're like humans, or, you know, like we humanize absolutely everything. So, you know, they get us, they know that that's how we have to comprehend things is like kind of put our reflection and our projection onto them and be like, okay, that's what fairies look like. They look like us, but with wings, because they can fly. But anyway, there's this deep knowledge, and yet with that deep wisdom and knowledge and ability for magic and creation and things like that, they're actually so playful, and it's like really a lot that we can take from that, because especially in the spiritual community, everything is so serious. There's not, like, I mean, people talk about healing the inner child and playing and stuff like that, but in all honesty, like when it comes to like ascension and awakening, there's a lot of heavy stuff that we go through when we're working on ourselves and working on our spiritual development. And these beings have, I mean, they're ancient, and it's like they have this amazing wisdom, and yet they're so playful. So there's a lot to learn from that, the lightheartedness and not taking everything so seriously, and that's really important. Fairies are all about imagination and creation, and that is what makes them so special, because when we try and catch them and go, oh, you're like this, you're the little person with the wings, the what I got from them is like, yeah, if that's what you want me to, like, if that's what connects you to me, then imagine me in any way. They love to like play. Everything is connected. Everything is one. We think that things are separate, but it's not true. Everything's happening all in this one reality. And when you do connect with them, they really, you feel them around you, because everything feels alive. Everything, like you walk outside and the wind's blowing and you feel touched by the wind. Everything is heightened when you're connected to nature, even though it's heightened and you're more relaxed. But specifically with fairies, because they're very etheric, it's different. You're not as grounded, to be honest. You're more, like I said, in the etheric, and so everything's heightened, everything's lifted, and you feel like, well, you do feel in a way transported to another world, and that's the wonder that they have, that they evoke. It's really special, and that's that imaginative kind of energy that they bring forth, and they love that. That's what they encourage. That's what they want, is for you to be transported to another world, and yet you're in the same world, if that makes sense. That's what they want. They want this magic in the mundane to be like met. They want you to be aware of that, be aware of that there's something beyond. You know that they're around when you get those feelings of wonder, when you're out in nature, it's huge. That's where they are. So, and you feel like you're being a little bit mucked around with, like they're so bloody cheeky. They really are, like kind of little taps on the shoulders, or so for instance, I was walking out and I'd look at roses and my jacket would get caught on things, and I'm like, I'd like trip on something. Like, they're very playful, but not at our own expense, but for us to pay attention and connect with them. That's actually how they connect with us, is through a lot of play, a lot of imagination and creativity. It's cute because they're like kind of making me laugh. And that's the thing, I say cute, but once again, they're so wise, and there's like, it's incredible. Their archetype is the child. They're very connected with children and animals, much more than what they, connect with anything else. That's like their archetype is the child, the inner child, and that's why kids just gravitate to fairies. There's this beautiful innocence, incredible wisdom, and chaos that kids, if you're a parent or if you work with children or you're close with kids, I'm a mama, so like, yeah, there's this chaos but absolute love that happens with kids. They just like little tornadoes, and they're so creative, and pop, 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 they're like everywhere, and even their emotions are, and fairies, like that's like a little bit of their reflection in the physical world of what we can experience, so there's a lot that they teach us. Okay, gorgeous, so it's time to do our flower readings. I've picked 3 roses from my garden, and it's up to you to choose which one you're drawn to. Feel free to pause the video. Each flower will be read in order, and I'm really looking forward to giving you some healing messages. You'll see that I've pinned the time lapses as well, so you can jump straight to the flower of your choice. Cool. This gorgeous pink rose. If you've chosen this one for me to read, let's get into it. So this energy around this flower is just absolutely gorgeous and very enchanting. So straight away, I do feel that you're very consciously connected to the fairy realm and animals and spirits. Your intuition is very strong yourself, so that is beautiful too. And you do keep a lot inside as well. So they're telling me that there are some gifts that at the moment you're developing and connecting with within yourself. I'm feeling this beautiful, soft energy, an energy that is very gentle, loving and warming. So yeah, there's actually a little spider in here. And the message that I'm really getting with this one is to be very, very gentle with yourself. It's a very delicate energy that's coming through, and quite one with a little bit of hibernation as well. So like a little bit of introversion is either needed, or perhaps you are an introvert yourself. And yeah, the fairies are just telling me that they want you to be super gentle with yourself, and also that you have a very special gift. You're very intuitive yourself and in tune, and they tell me that you keep that very close to your heart, not someone that shares that very easily with others, which is beautiful because it is very personal, and your connection to nature, your connection to spirit, to divinity is very sacred and personal, and it's come from, you know, all of your trials and tribulations in life, and it's a very sensitive and sacred topic for you, which is beautiful. I really get the sense that you are growing through something at the moment. You've been through a lot, you're still growing, you're still taking your time to kind of blossom and come out, and that's good. That you definitely need some time for hibernation, gentleness, and a lot of ease, but there's a lot of rest here that's needed for you, just to recalibrate your energy and your heart space as well. So take this time, because this is a really gentle time. Try not to be hard on yourself. Really just go straight into this beautiful softness and gentleness that is yours. And it's okay if you're not ready to kind of get out there and express your gifts. It's not that kind of time for you. It's what's needed right now is a lot of rest, introversion, and introspection as well, and reflection upon your path. So I hope that little message of healing helps, and thank you so much for allowing me to read your energy through this gorgeous flower. I might try and do a little zoom up here, just because I'm not... So if you can see the little spiders in there. Yeah, I didn't see him before, so yeah, that the spider is that gift that you have, and your connection to Mother Earth, your connection to divinity, and also even like occult energy. It's very, very special, and yeah, we might have to get this little guy outside. But so I hope those little messages of healing helped you, and stay tuned for more videos on fairies and the fairy realm and how to connect to them, because I will be doing more of them as well. So thank you for tuning in. Okay, so this gorgeous white rose. Really looking forward to this one. So if you chose the white rose, let's find a healing message for you from the fairy realm. There's a lot going on for you at the moment. You're very open, and you have a lot of energy, whether it's going on in your mind or just in your field. A lot of ideas, a lot of mental stuff. Sometimes that can actually result in overwhelm and stress as well, because I do see a little bit of almost like overthinking, over analyzing, overdoing it, and just, yeah, kind of a lot of hyperactivity in the mental state. But I do see that doesn't always mean it's a bad thing as well. So, you know, some of you could be experiencing really beautiful kind of extrovert
energy where you're feeling like full of ideas, full of inspiration. Your energy is like beaming really high, and you're quite magnetic. And then others will be feeling kind of like the weight and the stress of the whole mental exhaustion. So there's two sides here that are going on in the one flower. And for the people that are feeling exhausted, it feels like you're somebody who takes on a lot of other people's stuff, a lot of other people's worries. I just see that you're someone who's always helping others, which is a really beautiful thing. But you do need to take care of yourself as well, and just create some space, because your energy is very powerful and beautiful and magnetic. And that's a true gift, but also you need to kind of have space for yourself so you can have that energy to give back to others as well. For those who are feeling the energy really strong, as in the positive, moving, activating energy, I see a lot of social activity around you. I see people coming to you and you like sharing ideas, and a lot of expression and talking and things like that, which is cool. Like, I just see a lot of social stuff like network and community and everything like that, networking and things like that. So this is a really big time for you to just that you're getting yourself out there and you're expressing your ideas, and that's really beautiful. The fairy realm want you to know that, like, that creativity and that spark is really needed right now. So it's a beautiful thing that you're expressing yourself and wanting to express your ideas. I think the main message here is to make sure that you are replenishing yourself. Your energy is really important for you at the moment. So for those of you that feel mentally exhausted or weighed down, I just feel like you're being pulled in a couple of different directions, because you are someone who gives a lot, and it's overwhelming you. So make sure you have boundaries, and reinstate that, and be cool with that. Be cool with having boundaries. It's important for you, because you're just going to run yourself down, and it's not going to look very pretty for anyone, So just take some time and do something for yourself again that's regenerative. Like, I just see something doing soft things, because you're probably quite burnt out. So, reading something that inspires you again, or just getting into doing stuff that just quiets the mind, quiets your soul, and brings you back into yourself, back into alignment, because you are what really matters. You are number one, and you need to take care of yourself. So you can, later on when you've topped yourself up, that you can give back to the places that you want to. But for now, with everyone pulling at your energy, or with your energy going in different directions, it's not serving you. So I hope that helps. I hope that you can feel the energy that the fairy realm are trying to transmit to you, and find ease and some soothing to help calm and regenerate you. Didn't realize my finger was in the way, because I'm just sitting here reading the flower. But for those of you who are feeling quite bright and wanting to express your ideas, and the energy is quite high in that regard, so you also need to be watching where your energy goes as well, because just because your energy is high doesn't mean that you should be giving it away to everybody. Okay, so just be or to every idea, or putting it out, like, just be a little bit more cautious and conscious of where you put your energy at this time, and that goes for both people. So I hope those healing messages helped, and that you felt connected to the fairy realm and nature. I will be doing more videos on fairies, and I can link them below as well. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time. For those of you who have chosen the red rose, let's get into some healing messages from the fairy realm for you. So this is a really beautiful beginning stage of something for you. I just feel like you've found something. You've had this aha, there's a form of creativity that's coming out in you, or there's just something that you have in your heart right now that you deserve. I mean, you've gone through a lot of searching for a little while now, and I just feel like you're at a space where you're like, yep, I found it, and there's some confidence there, and your inner beauty is like coming out, and you're just, I don't know, there's just a really beautiful contentment with where you're at the moment, and that's really special because you know, all the ups and downs in life, and you're really syncing up with where you need to be, where you feel you need to be, and you've just come out of, or you are coming out of a little bit of a lost or turbulent stage. So yeah, really gorgeous, positive energy here, and quite new as well. So something's blossoming, something's coming out in you, and it's going to be foundational for you moving forward as well. So that's very special, but it's definitely something that's growing. It's not, and it's just going to keep expanding for you as well. So I just see you smiling with more confidence and more joy, kind of like, and more contentment within yourself with who you are and where you've been, and what you have to offer yourself. Really, it's a really personal thing that's happening for you as well. So there's a lot of revelations and kind of things put to rest that you've been, you know, lost about previously. So you should be very proud of yourself. You've come this far. Excuse me. You've come this far, and you're at a really gorgeous place. And the fairy realm are just in honor of you and in honor of your journey, and that you're at a space where you can be content and not have to question or worry or stress or wonder, you know, if you're in the right place, because you are, you know. Yeah, I can just see you like with this new contentment that I mentioned, and this kind of, there's something new that's like come in your heart that you're just like, yep, I have it. It could be ideas, it could be just new ways of being, and that, like I said, are quite foundational for you. I see you doing new things and bringing new things in, like in the form of expression and movement, or you know, it could really be anything, but this is what I'm picking up from the energy here, that there's like a creativity that's being expressed, and you're bringing more of that into your everyday life, which is extremely important. And yeah, what a beautiful reading and a beautiful rose to match. So I hope that you enjoyed the healing messages from the fairy realm, as short as they may be, and I hope to see you guys again. I'll be doing some more videos on the fairies and how to connect with them, which I can link below. And I will see you next time.